I don't really have much to say this week. I've recorded about 70 different videos of stuff that I want to say, and none of them are really anything I sort of catch myself waffling and think, nah, I don't want to talk about that. My own personal mood has peaked and troughed, it's gone up and down, and I'm at a content level today, which is really weird because, I mean, last week we were not in a good spot, and it progressively got a little bit better as the week went on. Yesterday I was okay, and then the way that your brain works, just like a switch, and I just felt really, really bad. The more I look towards the future, it doesn't even have to be like long term future, short term future. It it's not good. It's not good. Um, Looking at things like just even house prices and what we're going to do about pension and all this kind of thing. It's really the fastest way to put you in a spot, really. And I think, as I've said to you before, I get myself overwhelmed with all these things rather than focusing on the little bits that I can manage and hopefully they progress and help me better everything. It's like I look too far in front and then just swamp myself with how I feel. I had physio yesterday, spoke to the physio, and it just confirmed that it's like at least September before we really start to progress anywhere where kind of going back into the work that I was doing is even something to worth thinking about. So again, I'm just trying to work out what can you do like from home, and I'm at that point now where I'm trying to understand: do I do something that I have an interest in, so that it's something that I can potentially take an enjoyment from and keep doing? On the one hand, that is something that will help you to continue to do it. But then there's people that go, if you want to do something, it doesn't matter if you like it or not, you just got to get on and do it. But that's the other side of the coin. But you don't want to be miserable doing something that you hope is going to earn your way and, progress a long way into the future and be your earner. And it always comes back to the same old thing, whereas I still do not have a clue. I really don't. I've got no idea what it is that I want to do. I want to just build stuff, make stuff. I want to, you know what I mean? When it's like you have loads of little things that you want to do, you just want to get the feelers out and just have a go at everything. I'd like to do that, but it's unrealistic. It's not cheap. And, when you're 35, you can't just play life. You're supposed to have it tuned in by now. I kind of wish this year went better than it has because, that video that I put out there, being 35 and just feeling like a failure, this year hasn't helped that in terms of the operation that I needed. And, obviously it's taken me out of work and it's played a lot mentally because I actually sat down and I was like, holy smokes, it's literally been 3 years, really, since I've been in full time employment because we had the good old 19, which in the UK, that pretty much saw everybody just at home. Then the following year, at my place of work, it was a case of we didn't have any work. So if they didn't have the work, I wasn't needed to go in. And that happened for probably 8 months total. By the time you've added up all the time, 8 months that I wasn't really at work. I was working part time and I probably got less than I would have done if I had part time work. And then obviously this year's just been no go at all. I did a week and then that's when my back just went kapow. And then from that on, I've needed this surgery and that's where we are today. So 3 years out of the loop is quite a big thing. And that wouldn't have been so bad if I had something that I could have done from home or if I had half a clue of how to move my life forwards. But I don't. So I'm just stuffed here in this stupid little, I don't know what you call it. It's a bubble of fear of not knowing what to do because everything that I think about doing, it's investing time or money, and I do not feel that I have the time or money to waste. So I don't want to start going down a path just for it to be a waste of time 6 months down the line or spend a load of money on a course just for it to be a waste at the end of 3 years is like, it's not for me. It's a double-edged sword in that you have to ask yourself, where are you going to be next year? If you don't do anything, you're going to be in the exact same spot that you are now, right? So is it better to do something, whatever it is, and in a year have, a year's worth of knowledge or something behind you to make a better decision? I don't know, but when I think about reality, it just really cripples me, because it's like I can just bob along in sort of cloud nine, ignoring the fact of my situation, and I can be okay, if okay is the word. But then when I literally sit down and think, okay, so this is where I'm at in life, how do I change it? Like, genuinely, how do I change it? And people just go, oh, try this course, try this, do this, do this, do this. And it just feels like that's not me. And I appreciate everybody giving me the advice. But it's like telling somebody who's not a sportsman, oh, why don't you go play football every, twice a week, once a week, whatever. And it's just like, if that's not you as the individual, how you feel, then I don't know. I really don't know. And I genuinely appreciate everybody trying to offer me some guidance and advice. And the worst thing about it is I know that change can only come from me. But I don't know how to move. It's like I've got concrete shoes on. It's like I'm trying to tread water. It's just like I'm stuck where I am. And I know in order to move from there, I just have to do anything. You know what I mean? Just literally anything. Anything at all. Just do something. Anything. But it's that fear of what happens if it's the wrong thing? What happens if it's the right thing? That's the scenario that I never consider. And I guess speaking to my family, I'm starting to understand little bits about personality trait, or maybe even genetics. Because I was speaking to my mum the other day, and she was worried about like her physical health. And she's saying that she had like a little bit of a heart palpitation or something, and straight away her brain goes to, this is it, this is me done. I'm gonna die here. And it's like I turned to her, I was like, why does your brain always go to the worst? But then if you look at the situation that I'm in, I'm exactly the same, in that I can't move forward because what happens if it's the wrong decision? I don't know how you break through that barrier of making a decision and not worrying if it's wrong or right. And I don't know if that's a learnt behavior or what, but it feels like if you have enough of life where you make decisions and then they impact you in a negative way, you feel really, really, really uneasy about making a decision, because your experience has told you decisions that you make are negative towards you. There's no magical remedy to this situation. There's not. There's no one person is going to turn up knocking on the door and go, we've got you a job, it's perfect for you, this is what you've got to do, this is what you've got. No one can do that. All has to come from within. And I just simply don't know. And I don't know if it's because of things like, because I live in such a small little town, if you don't have a mind to create an opportunity, the opportunities don't feel that they're there. So you can only do what's available. You can only work for the work that's available around here. Now it's all well and good say, well, just move wherever. And then that plays into the finances thing. And I don't know if I'm just stupid. It's the long and short of it. I really don't know if I'm just stupid, or if I'm just wired differently, or what. But you can't help but sit there sometimes and think, what is it about me that struggles so much with this? And why can't I seem to do as well as, the people that I know? And you beat yourself up about it. You do beat yourself up about it. Because it's like, what is it? Where did it go wrong? What did you do wrong? Why can't you focus on one particular thing? What are you hoping to achieve by being a person who doesn't have any real passion or interest or anything like that. Like, you just exist. You literally just exist in the world.